Hi, good evening. It's Wednesday night, which means it's time to go live here at Troy Virtual Business Support. I'm excited to be back. I know I had told you a week before last was a doozy, but we got a big hailstorm here this week with golf ball, bigger size hail. So that was fun. We've got lots of adventures going on here, but we're going out of town this weekend to go get into the wilderness. So I'm excited about that. I hope you're all having a good night. I hope that you saw my video from last week where I talked about personal profiles versus business pages. And if you didn't have a business page on Facebook, you went and started one and that it's going well for you. If you have any questions about that, I'm happy to answer that. You can shoot me an email or you can comment here too. But tonight, I wanted to talk about time, because we're all entrepreneurs. I'm assuming if you're watching this, you're an entrepreneur like I am. And we're all dealing with to-do lists that never end, fires to be put out, and days that sometimes aren't long enough. They're never long enough, really. We could be constantly working minute after minute, hour after hour. And I know for some of you, that's a hurdle to starting social media. There's a learning curve to figuring it out. And then once you figure out what works, it changes. And then you also have to commit some time to it weekly. So I wanted to talk quickly about that and how you can maybe find the time to work that into your schedule and how much time you really need to do social media. So my first question, though, is, are you doing the right things on social media? Are you spending your time on the right things? So if you're just posting beautiful imagery and posts that maybe don't show the personality of your brand, they're impersonal, it's probably time to change your strategy on Facebook. You are taking too much time on things that are probably not showing you a lot of results, and you're probably frustrated with that, and I can imagine. So what you need is a clear strategy, clear goals that relate to your business goals. You need engaging content, and you need to be tracking stuff. Those are the things you need to be spending time on Facebook or any social media marketing for your business. Then you won't spend as much time because you know exactly what you're working towards and you're tracking things so you know exactly what's working. So let's talk about how you're spending days as an entrepreneur. I have been running my own businesses now for almost 7 years, which I didn't realize until tonight when I was putting the notes together for this. That's a long time, and I've learned a lot along the way, especially in this last year. So I resisted time blocking for a long time. I had kind of a vague blocking that I used. But I finally this year, at the encouragement of my coach, Natalie Navarez, she really pushed me to do it. And I did. I made a really strict time outline for not only my business life, but my personal life. And the result was that hyper structuring my life gave me more freedom because I knew exactly what I was supposed to do when, and I knew that the tasks that I built for that week would fit into this time blocking that I had done. And I'm following this business that I just found. Some of you may know about it if you're in the online business world, called Flip Your Lifestyle. And one of the things they talk about when they first started their business was they sat down with a grid of the week and they realized they had 168 hours in a week. And they picked where they wanted to spend that time, which is essentially what I did with the time blocking. And it's a pretty incredible tool if you think about it that way, that you only have that many hours. Everybody has that many hours. And you have to look at your life and figure out where everything's going to go. And I was listening to another favorite podcast of mine today, actually, the NAPM Empire's Nikki Ellen Brown. And she said, busy people make things happen because we have to. We're busy and we can slot things in places and get them done because we know we have to. I'm guessing that you're that kind of person. You're that kind of entrepreneur we're the kind of people that our friends say, I don't know how you get those things done in your day because it's a crazy amount of stuff. But because we're busy people and we get stuff done. But let's not forget to focus that time and focus on what we're really wanting to get done. Which brings me to the actual tip that I wanted to talk about tonight. I joined a productivity coaching program a couple years ago called Wildly Successful Society, which I loved. And one of her main things that she talks about, and if you go watch any of her videos on her Facebook page, she'll talk more about this, but she talks about most important action, MIAs. And every day you should pick no more than 3 most important actions. Instead of keeping that long to list that I know we all do, pick 3 things that have to get done that day. And don't do anything else until those are done. Not only will it give you a sense of accomplishment, but you'll actually feel like you did something that day. So can social media fit in that way for you? If you really made it a priority, could you fit it in as one of your meals or your most important actions for that day, one day a week? And I'll tell you, if you structured your weeks a little bit better, I bet you would find 2 hours a week that you spend on social media. And that's really all it takes. If you have that clear strategy of what you're doing, even if you're doing Facebook ads, that's really all you need for one business. So think about it. Where can you fit that in your life? Because I think that